Hi everyone, how are you? This video is going to be about small businesses and getting a small business loan. Just to start, I don't really recommend getting a loan for your business. It only really works for rare occasions, but people ask about it. On my business plan apps, on my various mobile apps, which have now there's about like 200,000 downloads, which is kind of exciting. But so there's many people, and many people there ask about raising money and specifically how to get business loans. So let me just quickly explain how to do that. But prefacing that, in most cases, if I was the judge, I would kind of steer the person against getting a loan. But you guys are adults. It's your business. I can only suggest, here's the information. Okay, so most people think that when they're going to get a loan, it's going to be from a bank. And when they're starting a business, that's not going to be the case because banks only loan money to businesses which have already started and been in business for about maybe 2 years and have a monthly regular revenue stream of some number of thousands. Depends on the banks. Different banks have different threshold, but basically you have to be an established serious business. You have to have revenues. Because banks are they're not risk tolerant, right? So if you've not started, if you're early, that's risk for them. Because if you default, that's not good for them. So, so banks are actually like, it's gonna be a waste of time if you're starting. If you already started and if you have a business, banks are a viable option. But if you already have that option, there's a tremendous number of other types of lenders who are also an option for you because you just gotten to a point where the risk to loan money to you has become kind of less. So you have a lot of options. So some of the options obviously depend on how much money you need to raise. Right? If you need millions, it's really difficult. If you need small amounts, it's actually pretty easy. So it's a rare case that a business really needs to loan millions of dollars, and usually those guys would not be watching this video. They already know what they're doing. So for most companies which are just starting and which are kind of, if you're wondering, like, how do I get just maybe a loan, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 just to get equipment or get product developed or something, right? Just to get started or, pay for some task, something. And different businesses have different things, like different expenses. So whatever you need. There are various loan options available to you, like microloans. So some microloans you might have heard of, like Kiva.org, Prosper.com, and one that I like is Lendio. The reason I like Lendio is because you kind of give them the information about you, and they match you with a lender. So they kind of do the really hard work for you. Prosper is another good one because it's kind of a crowd-funded lending experience. I'm not going to get into the details. It's innovative. It's kind of an exciting thing that's happening. It's an innovative way. Basically, people like me, maybe you and I, can loan little bits of money to somebody else. So it's a way for us to make a little money, but it's a way for that person to raise a lot of money by taking a little from everyone. So it's kind of like, if you're new to that sort of a thing, it's a little bit of a complicated model, but it works. I think their threshold is a little bit high, so I've never actually seen anybody from my apps raise money, get money from there. But people from my apps, they actually have gotten a loan from Lendio. Because Lendio, it seems like they do the hard work for you, which is to find you the person who will loan you the money. So I like those guys because I think I've seen results. I've seen people have results with them. And I'll have all the links in the description of the video, the footnotes, so you can take a look at all those for yourself. And then there's this whole concept of, so when you're just starting, there really, you might have registered the business, but there really isn't a business, right? So what many people do is actually they take a personal loan and just apply that loan to their business, right? So um, it's kind of the same thing almost, but technically it's a personal loan, and also it's way more risky for you because you have to pay that back. Like if your business doesn't make it, if it fails, uh, you personally are on the hook for that loan. Whereas if it was a real business loan to your business, uh, then if the business failed, then you wouldn't have to pay that loan. But it's just that much harder for you to get a business loan for a business which is not started yet. So those are the kind of things to consider, right? Whether you want to get a business loan, I mean that's a thing in itself. I mean there's risk in there, right? Then the kind of lenders, the banks don't tolerate risk, and things like Lendio and Prosper and Kiva, they deal with smaller amounts, and they can take a little. They can figure out how you can get a loan for a smaller business which hasn't started. Oh, they don't like that either. They like businesses which have started, but they're a little bit more accepting. I mean, like there is a way to get money from them if you've not started. Um, and then there's the whole concept of uh, whether the business loan is actually going to be a true business loan or just your personal loan, which you can apply then to your business. So those are the things that I covered in this video so far. I'll be making more similar videos about different types of ways to raise money, to start a company, to market your business. If you like this, you can press like or subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get updates when I upload new videos. I'm trying to do like a video a week. I just kind of sit down. You see, I'm casual at home in a t-shirt, just low production, but hopefully the stuff low production sort of effort, but like I hope the stuff that I'm saying makes sense. So hopefully that was helpful. And also before I forget, you guys can maybe try my apps. You can visit problemio.com to take a look at all the apps. They're on iOS, Android, Kindle, the Nook, and they cover all kinds of business topics. And also I have a blog on glowingstart.com, which I'll also have in the footnotes. So a bunch of resources. And anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.